furthest line. The hands are turning time. I earn it, trying to search and find.
Seems like we... been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. This should be a fun one, Greg. Two teams that are... among the most athletic in the NBA.
And I don't know. If it'll be a track meet, but it will be an up-tempo game, and that's the only way these teams know how to play.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. They've got Young. Jaren Jackson is out there with Brown. And it's Chet Holmgren. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 2 spot. So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Now, here is Young. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Young's shot is off. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers. And taken away by Brown. Halliburton against Young. Jackson setting the pick here for Young. Jackson finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Iverson. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Halliburton outside. Back to Iverson. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And here's Young from the arc. That shot misses. On offense, here are the Pacers. Iverson outside. He dishes it to Okongwu. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Halliburton against Young. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jackson, and a lot of contact on that one. So he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Jaren Jackson. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. The first free throw is good. You know them well, the Pacers winning 3 championships in the ABA back in the 70s. But they're still looking for their first NBA title.
Yeah, exactly. They've played in the finals. Took the Lakers to 6 games, but that was over 2 decades ago. And right now, they're playing in a very crowded and tough Eastern Conference.
What agility there. Look how quick Jackson moves after setting the screen. Perfect execution.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Iverson. Healed the pass to Halliburton. From 10 feet out, and the rejection by Holmgren. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
No, operating with some confidence inside. Holmgren knows that's his shot.
Indiana trailing here. Now the pass to Halliburton. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Okongwu slams it in.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Passes to Jackson. Okongwu grabs the board.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here's Young, following the three-pointer by Buddy Hield. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Jackson a screen on Iverson. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And he knew the contact was coming. How about that by SGA to take the hit and finish?
Pass to Okongwu. Inside. Jackson against Holmgren. Jackson kicks to Okongwu. Here's Halliburton. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4 or 5.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 4-point game. Pass to Young. Here's the feed to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And how about the find by Trey, making sure he keeps his teammates involved.
For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Iverson, and Iverson throws it down.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up.
I certainly hope not.
Now, here is Young. Still without a basket. Young, a screen on Iverson. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Halliburton picks him up. Iverson outside. Launches it. No good on that one. Thunder trailing by 4. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Hield against Brown. Jackson kicks to Brown. Jackson setting the pick here for Brown. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Oh, Greg, there's a lot of impressive things about Tyrese Halliburton, most notably how efficient he is.
Yeah, Kevin, those percentages are terrific. But not only that, he's phenomenal at it, making sure he keeps his teammates involved. Just a remarkable young point guard.
Pacers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Jackson, a screen on Young. Halliburton passes to Jackson. Indiana moving it around. And Halliburton with the basket on the assist by Hield. Halliburton's got 5.
At the arc, Halliburton confident, no fear, no hesitation. He sees a good shot, he's letting it fly.
The Pacers making a switch here. Poole's checked in. The Thunder also changing it up. Garuba, he's checked in for Holmgren. A.J. Griffin comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Shake Milton in for Young. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Outside Jackson. Down low. And Okongwu slams it in.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Now, here's Milton. Lock at 6. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Strains the three-pointer. He has 7.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Hield the pass to Poole. Back to Hield. Jackson, a screen on Griffin. To the middle. And the rejection by Jackson. Griffin attacking, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
Here we are, Greg, getting into the thick of this NBA season. How big of a challenge now is the travel?
Oh, it's a huge one. The reality is all those flights take a toll, so you got to be smart with your sleep schedule and recovery.
Here's Smith, and it's Smith finishing it off.
Jalen Smith punishing that rim.
Thunder have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. He kicks to Griffin. The pass to Milton. 5 on the clock. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rejection by Smith.
There you see Smith's length. Playing to his advantage defensively.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Looking at it. Out there now for the Pacers. Walker's checked in for Thomas, and Halliburton subbed in for Iverson. The Thunder also changing it up. Dwight Powell's checked in for Jaren Jackson, and Wiggins is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
We've seen growing confidence from Smith behind the arc. I mean, he takes these pretty readily now.
Wiggins against Poole. Passes it to Milton. That one, no question, powered it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Milton, following the score by Indiana. Pass to Garuba. The three. They grab their own miss. Powell, the pass to Garuba. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's the three. Here's Milton. Over Mathurin. And that one released in time, but no good. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Pacers out in front, up by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And one more thing they've done well tonight. They've attacked the rim viciously and have gotten a lot of points by just going at the defender.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Trae Young is out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Griffin. And there's Jackson. And it's Holmgren in at the 5 spot. Mathurin for 3. And Indiana, another 3.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Pacers are a team on the rise, and their point guard, Tyrese Halliburton, has a lot to do with that. Coach Rick Carlisle said his will to win is spectacular for a young player. He's the motor, the engine who drives our team. When people look and say we're fun to watch, he's the head of the snake. He sets the tone for that in a big way. Kevin?
In a big way. High praise. Hey, David, thank you. Thomas sets a screen for Halliburton. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 3 assists now in this one. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Halliburton against Young. And here's Brown outside. The rebound by Halliburton. Indiana leading by 9. Bobbed up there for Thomas and taken away by Brown. Young outside. Jackson, a screen on Mathurin. Young pass to Jackson. The kick out to Young. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Back to Mathurin. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Sinks the three-pointer. And now it's a 12-point Pacer lead. And for the Pacers, they come in off a great outing against the Denver Nuggets. So Clark, with his talent and upside, the future is extremely bright for Benedict Mathurin.
Very bright, shining, extremely bright. I love this young man. Like his comportment, Kevin, as much as I like his athleticism and his ability to score at all 3 levels, he just seems to be unfazed and plays with the maturity and confidence that belies his youth.
Walker's checked in for Tyrese Thomas. Here's Halliburton. 7 points in the game, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Halliburton has lots of skills you love to see from a young guard. Boy, I tell you what, he's got a bright future. Love watching this young man play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Jackson comes in for Jalen Smith, and Hield subbed in for Walker. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. A nice shot by Young.
Right there, you see it. Young's ability to operate out of that pick and roll, very advanced for a player of his age.
Halliburton against Young. Healed outside for three. It's hauled in by Brown. Thunder trailing by 10. Young outside. Pass to Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Just popping up to the hoop. Holmgren with size on his side.
Indiana leading by 8. Poole finds Halliburton. A shake. He lays it in. Halliburton's got 11 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Poole against Gilgeous-Alexander. Young outside. A 3-ball. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Now, here is Halliburton. 11 points in the game. Poole, a screen on Young. With the step back. And a wide open look for Halliburton. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And so Young will bring it up for Oklahoma City. They trail by 7. Holmgren kicks to Jackson. Brown outside. Jackson setting the pick here for Brown. Over Mathurin. And it's Brown missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now, here is Halliburton. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Thunder trailing by 7. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Some changes for Indiana. Okongwu comes in for Benedict Mathurin. And Allen Iverson subbed in for Jordan Poole. There's the pass to Iverson. There's the lob to Jackson. And the rejection by Holmgren.
And with his length, it's easy to see why Holmgren's such an effective shot blocker.
And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Pacers leading by 3. Iverson kicks to Jackson. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist.
Wanting to get his teammates in a rhythm, Iverson showing leadership with these types of passes.
Young against Halliburton. Here's Young. 6 points for him. Jackson trying to break free. And with the big collisions we see in the paint, and Greg, there are some. Some have argued for changing the charge rule. Did you see that?
You know, there's talk of extending the restricted area. I've even heard some say ban charges by help defenders. I like the former idea. It seems less extreme.
Poole's checked in for Indiana. And then for Oklahoma City. Garuba, he's checked in for Jackson. Shake Milton comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Wiggins is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Hield. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And it's Iverson missing.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Wiggins. No scoring in this one. Pass to Young. From outside the arc. Sinks the triple. Young's got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
And he's now made 3 3-pointers here in the second, starting to get it going.
Hield outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Back to Young.
You know, Tight little up fake there. Young using it to create contact, and we know he's a terrific free throw shooter.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Now, here's Poole. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Here's Iverson driving to the basket. Young for 3. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
They've not been passive at all on defense early on. Challenging shots, and it's resulted in a number of blocks.
And they've also been pressuring the ball tonight. You don't get this many steals without making an effort there.
Timeout called the Pacers. The pass to Jackson. To the inside. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Hield.
No questioning Iverson's skill for moving the ball. A guy this open is an easy dime for him.
Wiggins passes to Young. And falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Young's got the lead up to 6 now for Oklahoma City. Wiggins against Iverson. It's deflected, and they get it back.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
So they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Milton against Iverson. 1:10 left in the first half of the game. Young's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Iverson outside. To the paint. Here's Okongwu. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Wiggins is checked in for the Thunder. The Thunder with the lead. .43 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Milton. Takes a 3. Wiggins outside. Just 4 to shoot. Milton a screen on Iverson. Wiggins makes it off the glass. Wiggins has got his first points of the night.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Iverson against Wiggins. Hield outside. There's the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hield's got it all tied up now for Indiana.
A very efficient range shooter. You expect Hield to take these shots.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
The Thunder, 48.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how would you evaluate your team's performance in the first half?
You know, I like the way we're playing tonight, but, you know, one or two untimely turnovers, these guys are going to convert quickly, so we have to play an aggressive but precise game.
Rick, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Hello there, everybody. It's halftime, and right now the Indiana Pacers are in the midst of a good battle.
Hey, yo, their offense has been clicking. They're making the right reads, and they're making the most of their opportunities.
I like their aggressiveness, not just taking what the defense gives them, they're taking what they want.
And changing gears now, looks like we've got some great interactions on social media. You both played on each side of the country. So, Kenny, Ballers All Day, with a Z, wants to know what the biggest difference is between East Coast and West Coast fans. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Hield is out there with Okongwu. Then there's Allen Iverson. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Jackson in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's Holmgren. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on Isaiah Jackson.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And Holmgren is such a talented player, a lengthy, wily big man who's still growing into his frame.
Now, here's Halliburton. Okongwu down low. Guarded by Jackson. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut to just one on the basket from Okongwu. And so Young will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. The Pacers are forming chemistry. Tyrese Halliburton said in recent years they were saying the locker room was a quiet place, not many conversations. We've tried to impact the culture and create a different atmosphere. It's genuine. We appreciate and love each other. We want to see each other succeed and prove people wrong. Kevin?
Yeah, no, you agree with me. They are on their way. Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
Close games often come down to who makes the big plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 9. Feeds it to Jackson. Yep, that one goes in there. Jackson's got 8 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Okongwu. Back to Halliburton. To the middle. Here's Iverson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Okongwu against Jackson. Gilgeous-Alexander against Iverson. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defense is right there.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play. Wrong result.
Inside, Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Brown wide open. He fires. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Iverson outside. Jackson a screen on Young. Down low. And Okongwu has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Iverson against Young. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. His 3-pointers off the mark. Indiana leading. Break. Isn't it amazing the way Gilgeous-Alexander has polished off his game?
The footwork, Kevin, is impeccable. 3-level scorer, makes every shot imaginable. And what's scary, this guy still has another level to get to.
Now Heel. After the missed 3 from Shea, Gilgeous-Alexander hands it from down. Heald's got 14 points for the game.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Now, here is Young. He's got 19, and the shot goes in. And now that's 11 points for Chet Holmgren.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Indiana.
Amazing offensive error. Well done. The Pacers trigger dance crew.
Jackson finds Mathurin. And here's Halliburton. From 17 feet out.
A terrific defender, and Jackson, one of those guys with great timing when he goes for the shot block and not afraid to send a message as well. And I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
And so here is Indiana following the score by Oklahoma City. There's the lob to Jackson and taken away by Brown. Young with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A miss that time would have put him up. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Offensive rebound. Jackson and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
On the wing, Mathurin. He's covered by Brown. Shot clock at 5. From past the arc. Halliburton inside the 3-point line.
Been fantastic at playing within himself on defense. Gilgeous-Alexander using his length well there to contest without fouling.
Into the lane. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Halliburton. The Thunder making the shot. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And in terms of size, not your typical center. But, man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Garuba, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. The Thunder have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Young passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Young. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. Brown outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Iverson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer, Heel. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now here's Hield. 17 points in the game. Now Halliburton. Here he goes. Again. Indiana.
Driving lanes are created because they have to respect Halliburton's perimeter shot.
Thunder have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Iverson against Gilgeous-Alexander. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you really have to appreciate the steady effort of Gilgeous-Alexander. The game looks like it comes easy to him, but he is one of the hardest workers on the floor. And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Isaiah Jackson. Walker comes in for Hield, and Poole subbed in for Halliburton.
And this is what you like about Smith. He likes to mix it up in that painted area.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. And here's Young. 19 points in the game. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Minutes remaining in the third.
And the rejection by Smith.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And it's Mathurin missing.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Indiana's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Stolen by Smith. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Powell, he's checked in for Holmgren. A.J. Griffin comes in for Brown. Wiggins is checked in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Shake Milton in for Young. Mathurin against Griffin. The pass to Poole. Over Milton. That's good from Poole on the assist from Mathurin. And the Pacers lead by 2. Wiggins against Iverson. And it's Allen Iverson with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Brown, he's checked in for 1. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Timeout for Oklahoma City. Right now, fans, let's hear you go wild.
56 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Griffin. 5 to shoot. Powell sets a screen for Griffin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Thunder have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
The kick out to Poole. Beyond the arc. That's good. Great play. Set up by Iverson. Iverson's got 5 assists tonight. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Iverson against Wiggins. Outside Griffin. And it's good. 2 points. Griffin's got 7.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Iverson up top. Passes it to Poole. From deep. And the Pacers another 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning. Have not stopped.
The third quarter comes to a close. Pacers lead by 4. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So for Oklahoma City right now, Wiggins is out there with Shake Milton. And there's Jackson, and it's Griffin, and it's Garuba in at the power forward. Now here's Griffin. That shot, no good. Mathurin with some nice defense. Pacers leading by 6. Brown the pass to Halliburton. The 3. And Indiana, another 3.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pass to Milton. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Brown.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Pass to Poole. Lets it go from deep. Thunder with the rebound. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Here's Jackson. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here is Halliburton. Brown right side. Smith with a screen on Griffin. Outside for Halliburton. From deep three-point land. And Garuba pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Here's Poole. And he uses the glass on the lane. And the Pacers lead by 9. And here's Milton. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Halliburton with the steal. Here's Poole. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Thomas checked in for the Pacers. Hield comes in for Brown. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Holmgren, he's checked in for Garuba. Brown comes in for Griffin. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Wiggins. Young is subbed in for Shake Milton. Now, here is Young. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Wow, they made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency is, you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities. Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Thomas sets a screen for Halliburton. Feeds to Thomas. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Sweet dime that time from Halliburton. This combo guard has really impressive floor awareness, folks.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Young is double. Over to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Jackson a screen on Halliburton. Here's Young. Shakes him. Can't capitalize inside. Pacers leading by 10. Here's Poole. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Young is double. Here's Jackson. The rebound by Hield. Hield's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Halliburton with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Poole on the wing. The tray. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. They're trailing by 16. Young with the ball. Holmgren sets the screen for Young. Driving in, Jackson. It's rebounded by Indiana. Hield's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The pass to Poole. Halliburton outside. Shoots from 14, and again it's Indiana.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And some changes here for the Pacers. Jackson, he's checked in for Thomas. And Allen Iverson is subbed in for Benedict Mathurin. Thunder trailing by 18. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Young with no one around. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And defensively, you have to stay connected to Young at all times.
Jackson a screen on Young. Here's Halliburton. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Jackson a screen on Young. Halliburton for 3. And Indiana, another 3.
That gives him his second 3 of the half, with 3 total for the game.
Young against Halliburton. Bounce pass Young. Jackson down low. Brown the pass to Young. Halliburton with the steal. To the inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Halliburton doing what he does so well, creating easy looks for his teammates. Outstanding court vision.
Here's Brown. And with some of the new rooting interest for fans, some concern about potential hostility for the players when great things don't go their way.
I mean, there's a lot riding on the outcome of games and stat lines. That's something the league has to take seriously, making sure the players are protected because the emotions can run rampant.
And Indiana making a change here. Okongwu's checked in.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Brown. The dish to Young. Young is doubled. Halliburton with the steal. On the wing, Iverson. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And they recover it. Iverson outside. Back to Jackson. Passes it to Holmgren. The kick out to Brown. Back to Holmgren. It's Brown with the drive. And he lays it straight in.
Working to get the high percentage bucket. Nicely done that time by Brown.
Halliburton passes to Okongwu. Pass to Iverson. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter.
Baiting defenders into fouls. AI so good at drawing fouls and getting to the strike.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Young outside. This one for three. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Boy, they certainly had their way with the opponent at both ends. A really solid night here for Indiana.
And it may be a comfortable win for them. They had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Tyrese Halliburton.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Now, here's Okongwu. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Jackson kicks to Halliburton. 6 to shoot. Healed the pass to Halliburton. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. And so Young will bring it up for the Thunder. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Tyrese Halliburton.